Hello, and welcome to the very first episode of the English Village podcast. I'm Becky.
And I'm Matt. We are so excited to have you here with us.
We really are. Our goal with this podcast is to help you practice your English in a fun and friendly way.
Exactly. And for our first episode, we're starting with the absolute basics, how to introduce yourself.
That's right. Meeting new people can be a little scary, especially in a new language, so we want to give you some simple phrases you can use with confidence.
So let's start with the easiest one. When you meet someone, you can just say, "Hi, I'm Matt." You can also say, "My name is Matt," which is just a little more formal.
Okay, and I would reply, "Hi, Matt, I'm Becky. It's nice to meet you." That phrase, "it's nice to meet you," is probably the most common and useful one you can learn.
For sure. And to respond to that, you just add the word to. So you'd say, "It's nice to meet you too." Or even more casually, just "you too."
Right. Now, are there other ways to say nice to meet you?
Great question, Becky. Yes. If you want to be a little more formal, maybe in a business setting, you could say, "It's a pleasure to meet you."
A pleasure to meet you. That sounds very professional.
Exactly. And on the other side, if it's very casual, like at a party, you could say, "Great to meet you." It sounds a bit more energetic.
Okay, so we have nice to meet you for general situations, pleased to meet you for formal ones, and great to meet you for casual ones. That's really helpful.
So, listeners, let's do a quick practice. We'll say the phrase, and you can repeat it out loud. Ready? "It's nice to meet you."
Now, the formal one, "it's a pleasure to meet you."
And the casual one, "Great to meet you."
Fantastic. Okay, so we've covered the basics, but a good introduction usually has a little more information. It helps the conversation get started.
Right. It's like building a small bridge to the other person. So after your name, you can add where you're from. For example, "Hi, I'm Matt. I'm from Canada."
Or you could mention your job. There are a few ways to do this. You can say, "I'm a teacher," or "I work as a designer."
That's a good point. You can also say "I work in" followed by your industry. For example, "I work in marketing," or "I work in healthcare."
Another really useful piece of information, especially for our listeners, is to say why you are in a particular place.
Yes, if you're traveling, you can say, "I'm here on vacation," or "I'm visiting family."
And a very powerful one could be, "I'm here to study English." If you say that to someone, they will understand your situation and often be very helpful and patient.
Totally. It creates an instant connection. Finally, you can add a hobby. People love finding common interests.
Right. You can say, "I like," or "I enjoy." For example, "I enjoy playing the guitar."
A really natural sounding phrase is "I'm a big fan of," for example, "I'm a big fan of old movies," or "I'm a big fan of spicy food."
I like that one. It sounds very friendly. Okay, so we have all the building blocks now. Name, how to respond, job, location, hobbies. Let's put it all into practice with some real situations.
Let's do it. Role play time. Let's start with a casual situation. Imagine we're at a friend's party and we don't know each other. I'll come up to you.
Okay, I'm ready.
"Hey there, I don't think we've met. I'm Matt."
Hi, Matt. Great to meet you. I'm Becky.
"Great to meet you too, Becky. So, how do you know Sarah, the host?"
Oh, I work with Sarah. How about you?
"We went to university together. So, what do you do?"
I'm a podcast host, actually.
"No way, that's so cool."
And scene. Okay, so listeners, notice the language we used. "Hey there," "great to meet you," and "no way." These are all very casual, friendly phrases.
Right. Now, let's switch to a completely different situation, a formal business conference. You're a speaker, and I want to introduce myself after your talk.
Okay, a very different scenario. Let's do it.
"Excuse me, Miss Evans. My name is Matt Peterson. I just wanted to say how much I enjoyed your presentation."
Oh, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Peterson.
"The pleasure is all mine. I'm with Creative Content Solutions. We specialize in educational media."
How interesting. It's wonderful to connect with you.
And scene. See the difference? We used "my name is," last names like Miss Evans and Mr. Peterson, and phrases like "it's a pleasure to meet you." Much more formal.
Definitely. The most important thing in both of those situations, though, was that we asked questions. An introduction isn't just a speech about yourself, it's the start of a two-way conversation.
That is the golden rule. Show you are interested in the other person. Ask them, and you, or how about you? Ask them simple follow-up questions like, oh, where in Brazil are you from? Or what kind of books do you like to read?
This shows you're listening. But Matt, what about a common problem? What if you don't understand someone's name? I know I worry about this.
This happens to native speakers constantly. Do not feel bad. It is always okay to ask someone to repeat their name.
So what can you say?
A simple and polite phrase is, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Or could you say that one more time?
That's perfect. No one will be offended. In fact, they will appreciate that you want to get their name right.
Right. Now, another important thing to talk about is body language. When you meet someone, making eye contact and smiling shows that you're friendly and makes people feel comfortable.
That's a huge point, Matt, and it actually brings us to a really important topic: cultural differences in body language. A smile is pretty universal, but other things like eye contact can be tricky.
That's so true. For example, in many Western cultures, like the United States or the UK, making direct eye contact is seen as a sign of confidence and honesty. If you don't make eye contact, people might think you're shy or not telling the truth.
Exactly. But in some East Asian or Middle Eastern cultures, holding direct eye contact for too long, especially with someone older or in a position of authority, can be seen as disrespectful or aggressive.
So, what's the advice for a learner?
It's a great question. The best advice is to be observant. When you arrive in a new place, watch how people interact with each other. Do they hold eye contact for a long time? Do they look away more often? Try to mirror what you see local people doing.
That makes sense. Observation is key, and that applies to personal space too. You know, how close you stand to someone when you're talking.
Oh, definitely. In some cultures, like in Latin America or parts of the Middle East, people tend to stand quite close to each other during a conversation. It shows warmth and engagement.
Right, but for someone from, say, Japan or even the UK, that might feel a little too close. We tend to like a bit more space, an arm's length, as we sometimes say.
So again, the key is to be aware and adjust. If you notice someone taking a small step back, don't be offended. It's likely just their cultural norm for personal space.
And when in doubt, a friendly smile and a small nod or wave is almost always a safe and polite option.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've spent all this time talking about how to start a conversation, but there's another skill that's just as important: knowing how to end it politely.
Exactly. It can be awkward if you don't know what to say. You don't want to just turn and walk away.
For sure. So, what are some good phrases to use when you need to leave a conversation?
One of the most common ways is to give a signal that you're ready to leave. You can say something like, well, I should get going now. Or a slightly softer version is, anyway, I should let you go.
I like that one. I should let you go. You can also give a simple reason, which often makes it sound more natural. For example, well, it's been great chatting, but I need to catch my train.
Yes, and then it's very important to end with a positive, friendly closing statement. Like, it was really nice to meet you, or it was great talking with you.
Perfect. Let's do a quick role play. Let's go back to that party. We've been chatting for a few minutes and I need to leave. So, yeah, I can't believe we both love that old TV show.
I know, right? Well, listen, it was so great talking to you, Becky, but I promised my friend I would help him with the music, so I should probably get going.
Oh, of course. No problem at all. It was lovely meeting you too, Matt. Enjoy the rest of the party.
You too. Hope to see you again sometime.
And scene. See? That was smooth and friendly. Matt gave a signal, gave a reason, and we both ended with a nice, positive phrase. No awkward silence, just a clean, polite exit.
Exactly. Okay, wow. We have covered a ton of ground today.
We really have. Let's do a super quick review. We learned the basic formula: name plus a friendly greeting, like nice to meet you.
We learned how to add more information, like your job, where you're from, or a hobby to start a real conversation.
We practiced the difference between formal and casual situations and looked at how body language and cultural norms can change things.
And we just learned how to end the conversation politely, which is a super important skill. And of course, the golden rule through all of this: ask questions, show you're interested in the other person.
So for your homework this week, we want you to build on the first assignment. Don't just practice introducing yourself in the mirror, also practice a polite way to end a conversation.
That's a fantastic idea. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for listening to our first episode of the English Village podcast.
We had a blast. Join us next time when we'll be talking about another very important skill, how to ask about where someone is from and talk about your background.
Ooh, that's a good one. Until then, happy practicing and don't forget to subscribe to our podcast.
Yes, and one more thing. If you are listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or watching on YouTube, don't forget that you can slow down the rate that Matt and I are speaking. Also, feel free to pause after we say different phrases and repeat them. This can really help you start speaking better at a quick rate. That's all for now. Bye, everyone, and join us next time in the English Village.